I fully understand that this game isn't exactly in the wheelhouse of what I usually do, but there are occasions when a game comes along and just grabs my attention in such a way that I just have to talk about it. See, I'm fairly new to this idea of the action-based roguelike, games like Binding of Isaac, Rogue Legacy, and Risk of Rain. So today I'll be looking at the hopefully soon-to-becoming Megaman X-styled roguelike platformer Echoes of Eridu. My attention to this game was brought about by a random tweet, and I just had to take a look at this game. Combining elements of my favorite game series as a child with a genre that I've been more than enamored with in the past couple of years definitely had my interest. Keep very much in mind that what I am showing you here is a press demo. This is considered a pre-alpha version of the game, more of a proof of concept, and filled with placeholder enemies, sound effects, and missing over 75% of its planned content, with much of the upcoming features will depend on the success of the game's Kickstarter, which I will provide links for. Echoes of Eridu goes for a 2D hand-drawn sprite style, and honestly I think it looks amazing. Most impressively for this type of game, is very capable of handling itself, adding in screen shakes, massive amount of explosions, enemies, projectiles, with no overtly visible signs of frame rate reduction. The art style is somewhat reminiscent of Megaman X, and it's a lot more American looking than those games, and goes for some heavy elements of humor throughout the art design. Consider the game takes place in a future where an Amazon.com analog, in an attempt to better mechanize their sorting procedures, inadvertently caused the robot apocalypse. So it's up to you as a robot-augmented human, or if they reach a certain stretch goal, dog, to take back the world by traveling to various locations and face down the AI that caused all of this. Items you pick up will contain various references or visual gags, like the energy-increasing potato battery bearing a striking resemblance to another human-despising AI, or the heart container being literal containers holding human hearts. Fans of Mega Man X might even notice the various Mega Man X staple effects, like the white screen and silhouette explosions when defeating a boss, or entering the boss's room through a set of 2 doors that you can jump, walk, or dash through as the camera follows you in. The press demo only contains 2 stages, a space station overtaken by plant life and robot hybrids, and a volcanic factory which will repeat endlessly until you're killed, break the game, or restart. The music in the game is heavily chiptune influenced and based upon the chiptune rock feel of the Mega Man games, but even more stylized. The title theme, which I'm using as this backing track, is one of my favorites, and the rest of the music available in the demo follows suit, keeping the theme constant. I don't want to comment on the sound work of the game, however, as the sounds in the press demo are admittedly strictly placeholders, and more original sound work is being created for this game. For those of you who have never played an action roguelike, the rules are simple. You have a limited amount of health and power which cannot be restored or increased unless you find specific items. Items are found throughout the randomly generated levels, and some can harm you as well as help you or grant you special effects, like more power, faster movement speed, double jumps, extra abilities, and so forth. If you lose all of your life, you die, and the game must be restarted in its entirety. But any blueprints you might find during your run are saved as an alternate playstyle option when you begin a new game. You might find a cannon that fires in 4 directions, or backwards. Maybe a sword that temporarily increases in size every time you hit something. While the press demo didn't contain any negative items, only a handful of available items make an appearance, making the demo fairly easy for anyone familiar with the gameplay, but the full release promises to be far more challenging. As a Mega Man X-style game, the game strongly expresses the use of the controller, and it seems best tuned to an Xbox 360 controller. You can jump, dash, shoot, fire sub-weapons, and enter a rage mode which greatly increases your power for a short amount of time. Playable characters in the moment are Nina and Ace, who are X and Zero analogs respectively, with Nina wielding an arm cannon that fires citrus-like plasma shots, and Ace wielding a plasma sword for more melee-focused attacks. Each stage contains a boss that drops items for potential upgrades and is followed by a shop that you can purchase upgrades and health restores if required. Boss designs are interesting at the moment, but tend to invoke the Binding of Isaac clause of making larger versions of enemies that exist, with the exception of the Herald of Flame boss, but it has me interested in exactly what they can come up with. Currently the game plans to get a few more stage types, co-op multiplayer both local and online, and several gameplay modes like Endless Mode and Hardcore, which allows you to save progress at the end of a run, but if you die, deletes that character's save file. The concept more than intrigued me, the trailer was enough to convince me I wanted this, and my time with the press demo cemented the fact that this is a game that needs to exist. But only through their Kickstarter are we going to see that game happen anytime soon. Some tiers offer bonus content, like early beta access, a digital art book, and the entire soundtrack, while even higher tiers will allow you to design an item, an enemy, or even a boss monster. If interested, head on over to the Kickstarter link provided to support the game, or at least check it out. And if you want to help spread the word and be a little bit more hands-on with a press demo, you can head over to batterystaplegames.com and request the press demo to see how the game plays for yourself. At the time of this video, April 26, 2014, the game is nearing halfway to its goal with 14 days remaining and 213 backers. I am unquestionably one of them. I really want to see this game succeed, so spread the word if you're interested.